Ready to rock and roll. Mercyhurst looking for their first ever win against Moyne. As we start at the dot, the face-off X, and it'll be a duel between Nico Mattia and Shawn Doran. It's Mattia who wins the first face-off. Moyne, that was an area you would think coming in might be struggling a bit because Shawn Doran is the best face-off specialist in the country, according to their head coach.
Definitely good to see him get the first win under his belt for Moyne as they look to clear, but it's going to be an entire wing set competitive matchup between the wings and the face-off dot.
Quick start here. Mercyhurst strikes first. It's Miles Ham, the senior from Calgary, and the Lake Show. The Lakers on the board first, 1-0.
Even though you get the win on the face-off X, you still have to clear, and you see Moyne turn it over. Mercyhurst on the ride. Quick release from Miles Ham, low to low, right past Vavanice, just like how he had the opening goal against St. Anselm in under 20 seconds in this first quarter. Good to see Miles Ham get going.
A brilliant start to this game for the Lakers, and the assist credited to Liam Bogadane, a defender for Mercyhurst. As the Lakers with possession, Shawn Doran, not only an elite face-off specialist, but he's also a threat to score and facilitate. 12 goals, 8 assists. That makes him even more dynamic.
Had his 20th point last week against St. Anselm.
However, this will be a real test against Moyne as a battle at the face-off X, far sideline, and it's Nick Knoll, the LSM senior, vacuums it up momentarily, has to fling it. The Mercyhurst sideline claiming he was out of bounds, and he was, so it's Lakers possession.
Good wing play there, just not able to stay in bounds.
This Moyne defense put together a solid stand just a moment ago. They're second nationally in scoring D, and what do? They turn it into offense. And another face-off win for Nico Mattia, who's 3 of 4 at the dot early, Cole. That's an area that we talked about at the top as a major focus. Last week, Coach Sheehan told us he was an absolute scorer in that championship game in the conference with 6 goals, but then he operated more in front of the cage and was a facilitator with an assist. Shawn Doran bounces it home, and the face-off specialist from Mercyhurst has his 13th goal of the season.
And that's what Coach Ryan said yesterday at practice. He can do it all. He can face off, he can shoot, and right there, a worm burner. Bounce shot, he's pumped. Gets his 21st point of the season.
Well, he has gotten off to a bit of a slow start at the dot, Cole, just 2 of 5. After last week, he only won 43% of his faceoffs, which is the fewest in a game this season. A goal or an assist, that's got to help your mojo here at the faceoff X, as both players scrap for it, Mattia and Doran, and it's going to be a violation, I believe, on Doran.
Lefebvre went from the wing to the faceoff dot before the whistle was blown.
5th assist of the season. Part of that second-line midfield unit for Dan Sheehan's team. Back to the face-off X. Shawn Doran had it momentarily, poked away, and it's Evan Anstad, the senior midfielder from Ohio, who gobbles it up. And Mercyhurst with possession.
Wing plays.
All right, start of the second quarter from Ted Grant Field here in Syracuse. Back with Cole Kirsch. I'm Sam Hyman on NCAA.com. 4-2 lead for the top-ranked team in the country, undefeated Moyne. Looking for their 7th national championship. They've got to win this game, though, and Cole, so far, Moyne with possession right now, they've looked pretty solid.
For Mercyhurst.
Back to the face-off X. Moyne has won 5 of 8. Nico Mattia wins the clamp and pops it up in the air and comes down into his cross. Shawn Doran, who's got a 74% face-off win percentage coming into this game, has struggled a little bit at the X. He's a guy that Dan Sheehan said he did not play last season, redshirted, and was borderline on that second-line midfield unit a season ago, but Coach Sheehan went on to say it was a tough decision, but he believes Ethan made the right decision to redshirt last season. And here he is having an unbelievable redshirt sophomore campaign. As Mercyhurst takes a timeout, we'll keep it here on NCAA.
Thank the Braden McCarr, the Beeville native, right down the road to create more offense.
Baldwinsville, New York, not too far from Syracuse. Mercyhurst possession off the faceoff. Ina Schmatz, who just had the goal, they are dialed in. By the way, did you see Chris Ryan's visor? He's rocking the visor today and the button down and tie.
Don't forget about the sunglasses, too.
Devin Andrews and Carter Collins, but they have not missed a beat this season. As possession awarded to Mercyhurst on a violation. Coach Sheehan told us earlier in the week that he felt like some of the prognosticators going into the season thought they timely checks, some timely moments where he's disrupted this Lemoyne offense. As we are underway for the second half, Shawn Doran shovels it to the left side of the carpet, loose, and Jeremy Phoenix Lefebvre grabs it in his breadbasket, and we are officially underway with Mercyhurst having possession.
Talk about a hit from Shawn Doran there.
Back to the face-off X. Lemoyne 8 face-off wins for the Dolphins. It's Mercyhurst who gets this win. A little skip to Mylou by Doran. In front, shot score, Stephen Morley, the junior LSM. And the Lakers with some sparks to start this second half. Back-to-back goals.
Stephen Morley winning the face-off to himself, picking up the ground ball. Excuse me, it starts with Doran. Doran wins the face-off. He picks it up to himself and finds Stephen Morley inside the long stick, able to finish it high to high. And the Lakers take the lead in this one.
Mercyhurst, they call themselves the Hurst train. And right now it's on the tracks and moving in a direction that Chris Ryan has to be happy with. 2 goals to take a 7-6 player. He leads this team with 5 game-winning goals. And he's got a second goal in this game to tie us up at 7 apiece. A violation goes against Mercyhurst. We've seen a lot of scrappiness at the dot today, Cole.
And that's the thing with the face-off. It doesn't matter who wins the clamp. It's
actually Brett Olney's got 13 saves as we are underway for the 4th quarter of play, and it's Nick Knoll who gobbles up the GB. He has been in charge. Impressive, the manliest New York native out of Fayetteville Manlius. Last season only played 6 games and had 2 goals. This season he has evolved in multiple stages now. 22 goals this season. Look at Shawn Doran, barely staying afloat, and he wins the face-off. He's 9 of 19. It's been an absolute tug of war at the dot today, Cole. Both teams, Nico Mattia and Shawn Doran, pretty much even when you look. Simonson's getting the love on the sidelines. He primarily came off the bench this season, got the start today. Just his 3rd start of the season for the senior midfielder from Rochester, Quinn Simonson. His 17th assist of the season, and at the face-off X where it's been 10-10, dead even, violation, it's Mercyhurst possession. So a 9-8 lead for Lemoyne. By the way, we mentioned Lenore Ryan, they've got a 12-5 lead at Limestone. If Lenore Ryan wins and Lemoyne wins, that would set up a
screen, a good pick for Phoenix Lefebvre to stick it.
Back at the dot, Shawn Doran. He might have been activated now. A couple of face-off wins in consecutive spots for Shawn Doran, who comes in 74% at the dot, which is the best percentage in the nation.
And Lemoyne retakes the lead.
So as you mentioned, that is a possession saver there from Nick Knoll, something that really might get looked over, right?
100%. That goal can be credited not only to Sam Lambert's ability to dodge within the defense, but most importantly, Nick Knoll saving it.
And Mercyhurst, they've got the rock now. Now it's loose on the carpet, still springs free. Bodies flying, scrapping, clawing still loose on the near sideline, and a whistle. And possession of the Lakers. I mean, no one on Mercyhurst has more than 2 goals. Heck, only one player has more than 1 goal on Mercyhurst. It's Quinn Simonson, as a pivotal faceoff is won by the Dolphins on a violation.
And a lot of it has to
look at the atmosphere here at Ted Grant Field. Mercyhurst, located on the shores of Lake Erie, PA, and Jeremy Phoenix Lefebvre. He's got that clutch gene, and there's a face-off violation on Nico Mattia. And it's going to be the 3rd violation. So there's a flag on Nico Mattia, and it will be a 6-on-5 EMO for the Lakers.
It'll be interesting to see if Mercyhurst decides to use the entire clock and not take a shot, or try to stick one here.